The Voice taps Carrie Underwood, replaces Blake Shelton? Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Voice could tap Carrie Underwood to replace Blake Shelton. Fellow coach John Legend shared his thoughts on the American Idol winner replacing the country singer. Just last month, Blake sent fans into a spiral when he announced that he was walking away from the singing competition after season 23. Thankfully, they have 2 more seasons to watch him. It was a busy month for the NBC family. They announced that Kelly Clarkson was returning to the vote and reuniting with Blake. They will be joined by newcomers Chance the Rapper and Niall Horan. Gwen Stefani is exiting the show and her husband is following right behind her. Blake Shelton announces exit from The Voice. In October, Blake Shelton announced his departure from The Voice. He said that he was walking away after season 23. The coach took to social media to share a statement. Blake wanted to show his appreciation for everyone who works hard behind the scenes and in front of the cameras. I've been wrestling with this for a while, and I've decided that it's time for me to step away from The Voice after season 23, Blake Shelton wrote. This show has changed my life in every way for the better, and it will always feel like home to me. It's been a hell of a ride over these 12 years of chair turns, and I want to thank everyone at The Voice from NBC, every producer, the writers, musicians, crew, and catering people. You are the best. He joked that it took many adult beverages to film 2 live shows per week. Blake noted the friendships he's made on the show, including Carson Daly. He also credited the show for helping him find the love of his wife, Gwen. Blake thanked the fans for their support over the years. Could Carrie Underwood replace him? John Legend talked about Blake's possible replacement. He hinted that the producers have teased the idea of having Carrie Underwood on the show. That would be a big deal since she's a powerhouse singer and a popular entertainer. It could bring the show to another level. John said that he would love to have Carrie Underwood on the show. She could be the perfect replacement for Blake when he leaves after spring 2023. They would love to have another country music coach. Blake has been the only one up to this point. We have never had another country coach before. It has always been Blake, John said in an interview with Extra. I could see Carrie Underwood doing it. She could be good. Just an idea, Carrie. We'll see. Carrie Underwood was the winner of Idol in 2005. She returned to the show that made her famous in the May 2022 season finale. Carrie also advised the contestants on the show. What are your thoughts on Carrie Underwood replacing Blake? Sound off below in the comments section. The news broke on a sunny morning, sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The Voice, one of the most popular singing competition shows on television, was making a major change. After more than a decade as a coach, Blake Shelton, the show's charismatic and beloved country star, was stepping down. The announcement was a surprise to fans and insiders alike, sparking a flurry of speculation about who would replace him. The producers of The Voice were tight-lipped about the details, only confirming that a new coach would join the panel for the upcoming season. As the rumors swirled, names of various country artists and pop stars were thrown into the mix. However, one name kept emerging above the rest: Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood, the country music superstar who had won American Idol and gone on to become a household name, seemed like the perfect choice. Her powerhouse vocals, down-to-earth personality, and massive fan base made her a natural fit for the show. But would she accept the challenge of stepping into Blake Shelton's boots? The decision to bring Carrie Underwood on board was not made lightly. The producers of The Voice knew that replacing Blake Shelton, a fixture on the show since its inception, would be no easy task. Blake's humor, charm, and mentorship had endeared him to millions of viewers. Finding someone who could fill that role required careful consideration. In a series of secret meetings, the producers weighed their options. Carrie Underwood was at the top of their list, not just for her star power, but for her genuine passion for music and her ability to connect with audiences. They reached out to her team, hoping to gauge her interest. Carrie, meanwhile, was at a crossroads in her career. She had achieved incredible success in the music industry, but the idea of mentoring aspiring singers and helping them achieve their dreams was appealing. She loved the idea of giving back to the music community and sharing her experiences. After several discussions with her team and a few late-night phone calls with her husband, Mike Fisher, Carrie made her decision. The announcement of Carrie Underwood joining The Voice as the new coach was made with much fanfare. A special press conference was organized, and fans tuned in from around the world to watch. Blake Shelton, ever the showman, was present to officially pass the torch to Carrie. Standing side by side, Blake and Carrie addressed the audience. "It's been an incredible ride," Blake said, his voice filled with emotion. "I've loved every moment of my time on The Voice, but it's time for a new chapter, and I can't think of anyone better to take over than my good friend, Carrie Underwood." Carrie smiled, clearly moved by Blake's words. "Thank you, Blake. You've set the bar high, and I'm honored to be here. I can't wait to get started and help these amazing artists find their voices." The response from fans was overwhelmingly positive. Social media was flooded with messages of support and excitement. The combination of Blake's heartfelt farewell and Carrie's enthusiastic welcome created a buzz that lasted for days. Carrie's first day on the set of The Voice was filled with anticipation. The other coaches, Kelly Clarkson, John Legend, and Ariana Grande, were excited to welcome her to the team. There was a palpable energy in the air as they prepared for the blind auditions. Carrie was nervous but excited. She had watched the show for years and knew how important the blind auditions were. The coaches would be selecting their teams based solely on the contestants' voices, with no idea of their appearance or background. It was a process that Carrie found both exhilarating and daunting. As the first contestant stepped onto the stage and began to sing, Carrie listened intently. She was impressed by the talent and passion that each singer brought to their performance. Throughout the day, she pressed her buttons several times, turning her chair to face the contestants she wanted on her team. Her interactions with the other coaches were filled with playful banter and mutual respect. Kelly Clarkson, who had also transitioned from a successful music career to a coach on The Voice, offered Carrie tips and encouragement. John Legend and Ariana Grande welcomed her warmly, making her feel like part of the family. As the blind auditions progressed, Carrie began to build her team. She was looking for singers with unique voices and strong stage presence, artists who could benefit from her guidance and experience. She found herself drawn to a diverse range of talents, from powerful ballad singers to soulful country artists. One standout contestant was a young woman named Emily, whose hauntingly beautiful rendition of a classic country song brought tears to Carrie's eyes. "I felt every word you sang," Carrie told her, pressing her button. "I would be honored to have you on my team." Another memorable audition came from a soulful singer named Marcus, who infused his performance with raw emotion and charisma. Carrie was quick to turn her chair, and when Marcus chose her as his coach, she was thrilled. As her team began to take shape, Carrie felt a deep sense of responsibility. She wanted to help these artists grow and succeed, to give them the tools they needed to navigate the music industry. She held one-on-one sessions with each team member, offering personalized advice and encouragement. With the blind auditions complete, it was time for the battle rounds. This stage of the competition pitted two team members against each other in a duet, with only one advancing to the next round. It was a challenging and emotional process for both the contestants and their coach. Carrie knew that the battle rounds would test her ability to make tough decisions. She worked closely with her team members, helping them prepare for their performances and encouraging them to give their best. She also brought in guest mentors to provide additional guidance and support. One of the most memorable battles was between Emily and a talented singer named Jason. Their voices blended beautifully, creating a powerful and emotional performance. Choosing between them was incredibly difficult, but ultimately, Carrie chose Emily to advance to the next round. The decision weighed heavily on her, but she was determined to support both singers, regardless of the outcome. "You both have incredible talent," she told them. "This is just the beginning of your journey. Keep believing in yourselves and keep pushing forward." The next stage of the competition, the knockouts, required each contestant to perform a solo song of their choice. Carrie knew this was an opportunity for her team members to showcase their individuality and versatility. She spent hours working with each contestant, helping them select the perfect song and refine their performances.